Salutations, friends. Said Stevie here, and today we're taking a closer look at this bad mamma jamma right here. This is the Truix from Schrade. This is a knife that was provided to me by Blade Ops as part of their affiliate program. Basically, they send me knives that I pick to check out and let you guys know my thoughts on them. I leave a link in the description. If you use that link and check out when you purchase something using my link, I get a little cut of the action and it helps support the channel. That being said, it bears zero impact on my opinions of the knives. Maybe they're good, maybe they're bad. Either way, I'm going to give it to you straight up, and it doesn't matter that I didn't pay for this knife initially. Starting with the packaging, I gotta say they've done a really good job. It's I've never bought a Schrade knife, so I don't know if this is their standard packaging or if it's just part of their Alpha Class packaging. So their Alpha Class is made in the United States. Yep, made in the good old U.S. of A. This knife is, and gives you a little marketing deal about their Alpha Class there. Nice bright lime green color. Slides open. You got some marketing stuff on there. And then what I also like is that they put their use and care and some warranty information on the back side there instead of just putting it in a little paper insert. Um, you get a. Well, I'm going to send them to voicemail till I'm done recording this video. This little flap there says "Welcome to the pack," and then it does come with a little felt pouch there. So I gotta say, overall, give them an A on the packaging. I'm digging it. You can see there the label, Truix. On to the knife. Taking a closer look here, you have a 3.5 inch bead blasted full flat grind, compound grind, Tanto style blade there in S35VN, sporting the Schrade logo. Stainless steel bolsters. They're not titanium. They are stainless steel. I believe this is a T8 or either a T10 pivot there. It's using what they're calling the pivot lock, which is basically a crossbar lock or access style lock. T6 on the body screws there. The inlays here are G10, pretty aggressive. You can hear that there. White and black colored. I'll go over the texturing a little bit more here in a little bit. No backspacer open construction there, but the liners do have that jimping right there to kind of give it the backspacer effect. It does not have a reversible pocket clip. It is for right-handed tip up only. Very deep carry. This clip is totally good to go. This thing has been in and out of pocket a bunch of times over the last week. Not a big fan of billboarding on the pocket clips. On a pocket clip, it does say Schrade and then their Schrade logo on there. Lots of logos on this knife, which is what it is. But the pocket clip is good to go. More T6 body screws, another T8 or T10 pivot. It doesn't call it out, and I don't have my Torx bits next to me. But I have to assume because it's tooled on both sides that that's probably not a captured pivot. Maybe it's a D-shaped pivot. I don't know. I hope it's captured because if it's not, that's just kind of lame. But either way, I haven't touched it. Don't take these apart when I have them in for review. And then you see a serial number and the Made in USA Schrade logo on the blade. This is writing on caged bearings, I believe. I can see bearings in there. Appears to be no internal milling. There's definitely some weight to this, for sure. But it feels good in hand. Ergos are good to go. The texturing you definitely feel but the way it's designed, it doesn't feel aggressive in your hand. Like it's not, it will definitely leave an imprint if you are bared down on it, but it's not uncomfortable at all. You feel the jimping of the liners there in the back. Not too bad though. And then I don't feel the pocket clip at all. No choil to choke up on, but I don't think you need it. It's a very neutral handle, so even with my big old hands, it's still very comfortable in hand. It's void of any jimping, which I would like to see with a knife that's already this aggressive, with texturing there and this the way they did the liners. I'd like to see some jimping along the spine there, but that is what it is. But yeah, I would say that ergos are totally good to go. Action, as I mentioned, it is riding on bearings. Very, very easy to disengage the pivot lock. You can do it one handed. Absolutely, you can do it one handed and just actuate the pivot lock very, very easily. One hand with just my index finger or just with my thumb. I was really surprised on how easy that was. Or obviously, you can pinch grip it. But the thumb stud action on this is dialed in perfect. I think the detent on this is pretty dang good. Rockets out using your thumb. Wants to, close. The drop is no problem. Once you disengage, it completely just falls shut. And then you can also get some middle finger flicking action on there. And yeah, the action is I'd give the action A. It's dialed in perfectly, and the pivot lock, as they call it, is done extremely well. So yeah, thumb stud, middle finger, and then just actuating it, the pivot lock itself. You got no problems here. So extremely fun to fidget with as well. It did come completely centered. As much as I have been messing with this knife over the last week and a half, it hasn't come off center at all. It's developed no blade play whatsoever. This knife is built really well. Uh, I don't know if I mentioned there's no internal milling, so there's a little bit of heft to this. So I mean, no milling on the steel liners there. It's not overly heavy. I think it's weighing in at. It's not telling me how much it weighs in, but um, yeah, it feels good in your hand with the weight. It doesn't seem overly back end heavy. It does seem balanced pretty well there. I never really talk about the balancing, but I was checking that out, and I would say that that's balanced pretty dang good. Overall, uh, I really like this knife. I was not expecting to be necessarily blown away with it by it, and blown away is a kind of a maybe over dramatic word, but I'm wasn't expecting to be as impressed with this knife as I am. And spoiler alert, I'm going to be purchasing this knife. I don't know if it'll be this exact one. I got to talk to Blade Ops if I'm going to send this back and I'll just buy a new one. But I want to add a Truix into my collection. Um, Things that I don't like about this knife, um, I don't like the again, little things that I'm nitpicking here. I'm not a big fan of the color of this G10 here. I would like to see, instead of, I think I called it white, maybe it's gray. I'd like to see another color in there with the black, or make it all black. I'm probably, when I do buy this, I'll probably do some sort of RIT dye job on it, or look at maybe doing a carbon fiber version of this. I think carbon fiber would look really awesome, or even micarta. Um, I don't know why they went with this style of texturing here. It looks okay, but it is a little aggressive. And because of that, as I said, The other thing that is just a little knock on it is it does go in and out of pocket just fine, but I can already tell that this is going to be a little bit of a pocket shredder. You don't have a lot of a lot of play in the pocket clip, so it is a little stiff going in, and it does rub your jeans or your shorts, whatever you're wearing, are going to rub against this texturing there. And I think over time, that could probably wear a spot in your pocket sooner than later, but oh well. So yeah, I nitpicking that a little bit. I'd like to see a different scale material, but overall, it's good enough, and I still plan on picking it up. And then again with the billboarding, they put a logo on the blade there. Okay, that's cool. I can dig that. So then leave it off the pocket clip, or if they just did that on the pocket clip and left Schrade off of there and off of there, I think that would be awesome. I don't got a problem with the Made in USA logo. In fact, I kind of expect that if you're going to be a USA made company, or now that if you're not known for being necessarily a Made in USA company, you really got to show it off. But the billboarding is a little much on that. Those are really my only two gripes about it: the actual scales themselves, these inlays, and then the billboarding. But again, it's not going to stop me from picking up this knife. So, looking at the knife on Blade Ops here, you can see that this is going for 167.95, which I believe is a MSRP price because that's pretty much the going price everywhere. You can even sizzle that shit if you want with Blade Ops. So a little more description there for you guys to read if you want. And then I think I talked about the pretty much all the specs there. But you can pause and check them out if you want. So 167.95, if as it were, 168 bucks, less than 170 bucks. S35 VN, G10 stainless steel, no titanium on this knife. Little pricey, I'd say. But maybe that price will start. This is they have one other that I'll be showing off here. That's a made in USA knife. Maybe they're still dialing in things to. I don't know if things will get less expensive, but S35 VN G10, there's plenty of knives out there that are less than that, same materials. I'm not aware of much. We'll talk about like a Benchmade Redoubt is right around the same price, I guess. A Griptilian is right around the same price. So I guess it's not overly priced. I'd like to see this price come down a little bit more, make it a little bit more affordable for more people. Then I think that this would be a total winner. But that being said, I think that this knife is good to go. And it's a knife that, like I said, time and time again now, I'm going to pick this knife up. So let me know what you guys think, because that's really all I got to say about this. I do recommend it. Gets 2 thumbs up. Shout out to Blade Ops for providing this for me to check out for you guys. Shout out to Schrade for doing a pretty dang good job on this. And shout out to you guys for watching this as it. I'm rambling now. I'm going to stop. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. And until the next one, I bid you mofos adeuces.